Hello students, take out your history book ICSE History and Civics class 10. Now we'll continue with the same topic, Mahatma Gandhi and the national movement. First we have to go through the objectives of the topic. To know what is the meaning of non-cooperation, what were the domestic reasons for starting the non-cooperation movement, what were the international causes behind launching of non-cooperation movement, and objectives of non-cooperation movement. First we'll go through the new terms. Economic problems, the problems related with finance or money, like less salary or high taxes, dwindled, diminish or decrease, groaning in great pain. National government, the government working at central level, like the government of the country. Self-determination, the process by which a country forms their own government. Imperialism, control of a strong country over a weak country. Colonies, the economically weaker countries controlled by some powerful country like Asian and African countries were colonies of European countries. Indian soldier, the soldiers of Indian origin in English army, Montague Chelmsford reforms, the reforms introduced by the British government in 1917 which promised Indian right to self-government after the First World War. Khilafat movement, the movement started by Ali brothers against the injustice done by the British with the Caliph of Turkey. Annulment, the act of ending something legally. Rowlatt Act, the act according to which the British government could arrest anyone without warrant and keep them in jail as long as they want. And the last term is cripple, to damage something or someone so that he or she no longer remain normal. Now before going to the book, we have to understand the national movement of that time. At that time, the national movement was affected by two factors, domestic factors and international factors. Domestic factors were heavy taxes. The peasants had to pay heavy taxes. In spite of the heavy rainfall or loss of crops, the tax was fixed. Then there was a loss of handicrafts because the British used to take raw material from India at a very cheap rate and the British goods were selling in India at a very costly rate. Then Montague Chelmsford reforms were introduced in 1917. This we have discussed many times that they were disappointed and Indians were not happy with the Montague Chelmsford reforms. Then Khilafat movement was started by Ali brothers against the British government because of their treatment with the Caliph of Turkey. And with this domestic reasons, there were some international factors also, like the attitude of the winning group. The winning group we have discussed earlier was called as Allies. The First World War winning group was called as Allies, which comprised of mainly England, USA, France, Russia. These all countries promise that after the First World War, the colonies which were under them will be given the right to self-government, but they did not fulfill their promises. In fact, after winning, they conquered the defeated areas and they distributed the defeated areas among themselves. So all these domestic and international factors motivated Mahatma Gandhi to come with the first big movement of his life, and that was non-cooperation movement, which was launched in 1920. Now let's take your book. Non-cooperation movement. Causes. Gandhiji was forced to start the non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement means not to cooperate with the British. For the various reasons, the causes were the people of India had to face various economic problems. Already we have discussed economic problems means that they were not having money and they were high level of unemployment among the Indians and difficulties after the First World War. Indian trade dwindled. Indian trade was almost finished because of the British policy of taking raw material from India. After the war, and Indian industries faced heavy losses. There was acute unemployment and poverty in the country. The peasants and the rural poor were groaning under heavy taxes. The poor were in pain because they had to pay heavy taxes. The people wished for a national government. That means the people wanted that there should be their own government at national levels who can solve their problems to bring an end to economic miseries. So people wanted that there should be the government of Indian, so their economic problems, all the difficulties should be sought out. Then the next point is during the war, the USA, England, France, Italy, these were the major countries of the First World War, had promised to grant the right to self-determination. That means they promised the colonies that they will continue ruling them, but these colonies would have a right to govern themselves to the Asian and African countries after the war, but they did not keep their promise after the war. The Indian understood the true nature of British imperialism. When USA, France, and Italy did not fulfill their promises of giving their colonies the right to have their own government, Indians understood that the British are going to follow the same way. And they understood that what is the true nature of the British imperialism, what they actually want. They want to exploit the Indian economy as more as possible. England, USA, France, etc. redivided among themselves the colonies of the defeated nations. These were the countries of winning group called as allies. After winning the First World War, they re they reunited they redivided the colonies of the defeated nations. Colonies means those weaker areas which were controlled by these rich countries like Germany, Austria, Hungary, Turkey, and Bulgaria. So, after winning the First World War, the defeated nation like Germany, Austria, Hungary, Turkey, and Bulgaria, their areas were redivided among themselves by these winning countries. The Indian realized that the imperialist England would never let free so easily. So Indians thought that if these winning countries have distributed the losing countries' areas, how can they leave their colonies? They will continue ruling their colonies. The Indian soldiers who fought for the English in Europe, Asia, and Africa during the war also played an important role in awakening national consciousness among the people of the India. Indian soldiers, they were why we using this word Indian soldier, because in the British army there were two type of soldiers, one who were basically Indian and second who were British. The Indian soldiers who have served the British abroad, they make the people aware that the British actually policy was to win the world and they are not going to bring any reform in India. Then the next point is the Indians had helped the British in war efforts, both men and money, with the hope of getting a responsible government in return, but the Montague Chelmsford reforms of 1919 proved inadequate and unsatisfactory. Thus, there was a widespread agitation against these reforms. This we have discussed many times now, that these reforms were there because British were busy in the First World War, and in order to pacify the Indians, they promised them that after the First World War they will bring some reforms. They brought these reforms, Montague Chelmsford reforms, and but people were not happy with this reform. So they, inspired by this, that the people were already against the British, Mahatma Gandhi came up with the first big movement of his life, non-cooperation movement. The dual policy of the British government towards the Turkey forced the Indian Muslims to launch the Khilafat movement against the British. The Indian Muslims were not happy with the British because of their treatment with the Caliph of Turkey. The Caliph of Turkey was their religious head. It led to Hindu-Muslim unity as it was never seen before. Basically, this Khilafat movement was a movement of the Muslims, but Mahatma Gandhi supported the Muslim because he saw that there was a great opportunity of Hindu-Muslim unity there. Mahatma Gandhi took advantage of this suitable opportunity and started the non-cooperation movement in 1920. Now we have done all the objectives of this movement. Now we'll go through the what were the causes and now the objectives of the movement. The non-cooperation movement sought to achieve the following objectives. Objectives means what were the reasons, causes why they were introduced, objectives. These were the reasons which were there for last 2-3 years. These were the immediate reasons, that what were the immediate objectives, for what immediate demands that non-cooperation movement was started. to attain self-government within the British Empire if possible and outside if necessary. Mahatma Gandhi wanted to achieve self-government. If it is possible without British Empire, then he would also welcome it. It would be possible with the British Empire, he would also welcome it. That means from here it should be clear to us that at this time the demand of Mahatma Gandhi was not freedom. The demand was self-government. Self-government means that the British could rule in India, but Indians should have equal right in governing themselves. There should be a equal participation of British and India in the Indian administration. Annulment of the Rowlatt Act. The Rowlatt Act should be ended legally. Government should take it back officially. And remedying the Punjab wrongs, then the government should express regret. Regret means they should feel sorry before the people for the Jallianwala Bagh incident. Remedying the Khilafat wrong, they should also accept sorry. They should also accept guilty themselves for whatever they have done wrong with the Muslim, and maintain the international status of caliph again. Then to cripple the government and to create such problem that would make it difficult to function without the cooperation of the Indian. To make difficult for the British government to function, to cripple means to make someone handicapped. So Mahatma Gandhi basically wanted to create problem for the British so that they should know that until and unless Indians would not support them, they would not be able to rule perfectly. I hope you have understood till here. Meet you next session.